Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Play Advance Wars 2.
There it is.
Yes, there it is. This is Joe and Sho, as ever,
Yes.
bringing your entertainment for whatever time of day you might be watching this. Might be in the morning, might be the evening, might be late at night, who knows. But this is Advance Wars 2. It is one of my absolute all-time favourite games. I adore this something like nothing else. It is one of my all-time favourites, and as much as I bloody love Sonic the Hedgehog, I love Advance Wars 2 so much. It is fantastic. We are playing this on the GameCube
Yes.
virtual console thing,
Well, the adapter
thing, but whatever.
didn't have virtual consoles just yet.
Yes, fair enough. But this is actually my personal save file and everything, so I've actually 100%, completed the game pretty much. Hence why everything's all gold and shiny on the menu. I can't remember where I'm up to in the campaign, but I don't think it matters because we're going to be starting a new one anyway. I don't really want to continue.
Quite the decision.
I don't really want to continue from the middle of where I'm up to because that wouldn't make for a very good Let's Play, would it?
Welcome to the final episode.
Yeah, so I'm just going to start a new campaign. If you save a new game, your previous data will be overwritten. Yes, I know now.
That is what new game means. Macro land.
I'm not going to do the narration for the characters because screw that. We're just going to play the game. I'm just going to...
Yeah. I wonder if they'll have that in the remake.
Voice acting.
Yeah.
I really hope so. That would be so good. I am so excited for Advance Wars Reboot Camp on the Switch because there's not been an Advance Wars game since 2009.
Yeah.
And the last one, Dark Conflict or whatever, or Days of Ruin or whatever one you call it, because region differences, it was okay, but I didn't like that it was its own thing, which completely abandoned the previous 3 games worth of story, because there was actual characters and development and whatever going on, and I missed them. I didn't like that it changed. Just, I mean, call me a stickler or whatever, but I love the old characters and the fact that they...
Well, this started off as a different thing entirely before it became the Advance Wars.
Yeah, well, it was Famicom Wars originally, or the Nintendo Wars series.
Yeah.
So some of the maps and stuff in the War Room date back to that first game on the NES, which was only ever released in Japan. It's called Nintendo Wars now. It wasn't back then.
Well, because, like, the Famicom is their NES.
Yeah. So it was just on that, and it did have commanders and characters and things, but not quite in the same way, for obvious reasons. But there was a Super Famicom Wars on the SNES.
Yeah.
And then they...
on the Switch thing, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, it might just be because I have the Famicom. Like,
okay, maybe it's on that then. But I don't read Japanese, so I don't think I'd be able to play it very well.
Probably not.
What was I saying? Yeah, and then they decided it didn't really translate to the Nintendo 64, but the Game Boy era was coming out, so I think there was a Game Boy Wars one in Japan, and then they did the Game Boy Advance one on this system, which we're playing right now, and it was published by the people who did Fire Emblem.
Of course it was.
And it did really well, particularly in the West, and they figured, we'll carry it on for a couple of games. And then obviously the 4th one rolled around, and that one didn't do as well, so they decided, fuck it, we'll just focus on Fire Emblem for now. And there hasn't been an Advance Wars game since, until announced recently. I think you did say on the E3 showcase thing, like, oh, Sho's gonna love this, and you weren't wrong. I was watching it along as well, and it's like, I recognise those sounds. It was like, oh shit.
It's just a shame that it wasn't the trilogy.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that Advance Wars Dual Strike may come as DLC later, if they add it, because that would make me very happy. A revamped version of Dual Strike would be amazing. Because don't get me wrong, Dual Strike is a lot easier than the other 2 games, but it's still a fantastic game on its own.
Yeah.
So we'll see. but I hope they add it as DLC. But maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know.
It's so weird going back to playing this, like, where it's like actually on the sort of thing, and we're not like emulating it. We're not like, you know.
No, we're actually physically playing it on a proper system because sneak peek behind the scenes, as I've probably mentioned in a couple of other Let's Plays on the channel, but we have actually played this before.
This was like one of our first.
Yeah, we did Advance Wars 1 first, actually, before this.
But I mean, just the Advance Wars series was like one of our first.
Yeah, we did do. Yeah, we did. It was one of the first ones we did. They're no longer on the channel.
Squeaky voices.
Yes, they're no longer on the channel, but we did Let's Play Advance Wars, and Advance Wars 2 were some of the first ones we ever did. And those videos will never see the light of day again.
No matter how hard you ask for it.
Well, they've been deleted, and they're on computers which are no longer accessible, so they're lost to time, unfortunately.
We just put a voice changer on and make our voices squeaky and recreate them.
Well, I do have the sound card which we could do for that, but I don't think I want to.
We're not doing that.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm not gonna damage people's ears by doing such a thing.
Just reverse puberty.
No, thank you. I'm happy with. Well, I'm not really happy with how it went, which is fair enough. It's complicated, but
But like.
I know what you mean.
We basically we've gone back to our roots with this, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, the reason why I wanted to Let's Play this game to begin with was because it's one of my favourites back in the day. It still is. So we're giving it our actual third attempt,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll actually stick with the series long enough to actually beat it, because we only got to like episode 15 or so, and things happened and we got distracted, and other Let's Plays took off, or you lost footage from changing computers, so we abandoned it.
'Cause I was using a netbook.
Yeah.
A netbook.
Yes, to edit things like the some of the stuff you can find on Joe's channel in particular.
I'm surprised I could run this kind of stuff on that, because it's basically just like a
Well,
glorified Microsoft Word machine.
Well, we were using the Visual Boy Advance, which is, to be fair, is not like the most complicated thing in the world, is it?
Yeah, but like trying to record it at the same time, like.
Well, what were we using? You only had like a 10-minute limit on thing. I know, what was it called?
It wasn't. I don't think it was a 10-minute limit. I think it just always split it into 10 minutes and then just.
No, it was a recording limit of 10 minutes because it was a free version of a software, and I can't remember what it's called.
Oh right, it might have been. Oh, I can't remember. Was it like
Bandicam?
I don't know if it might have been
I
Bandicam.
think it was Bandicam.
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar. Now I've taken those helicopters out, he can't actually really get to my transport copter, and because Flack is an idiot, he's just going to send all these tanks over, and there's nothing that can actually stop me from capping the base in a few days' time. So that's how you win this level, basically. It's Orange Star is basically the tutorial of the game, so I think I can beat this in the next 15 minutes.
Why are they not orange though?
Well, they were called Red Star originally, and then Nintendo of America wanted to change it because it sounded too communist.
I guess, but like, could they not have called it like Blue Star or something?
Well, no, because there was a nation called Blue Moon.
Alright.
So, yeah. No, they were called Red Star, and they're still called Red Star in the Japanese version, but they changed it in the international release because, oh no, we can't have that.
I guess it's like Punch Out, where they changed vodka drunkinsky to soda popinsky.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he was basically just like a drunk thingy, like
Thingy.
like I'm thinking too fast. My like mouth, I guess. Like, but
I mean, this is a slow, casual playthrough, so just slow it down.
And also, when they were when they made the remake of Punch Out, they made it so that Piston Honda wasn't just saying random Japanese phrases that didn't make any sense.
I see. His name was what? Sorry.
Piston Honda, and then they changed it to Piston Hondo because obviously, you know, the company Honda.
Yeah. It's a little bit culturally insensitive.
It's really weird though, because it was made in Japan, like the original one, so like. Very
Yeah.
strange that they would. Although to be fair, like most of it was pretty, like just sort of generic at the time.
I suppose so. I'd say Punch-Out was more your thing. I've never really properly played
And
it.
the good thing about
There we go.
the good thing about that Punch Out is that all of the characters talk in their home language.
Oh, really?
So like when they're coming in and they're like introducing themselves like before the fight and stuff, they'll just talk in their own language.
Oh, that's nice.
And like there's no like subtitles or anything either.
Oh.
So it's like if you know it, then it's like, oh, that's cool. But then it's also, you know, like it's not anything that's, you know, it's not anything that's like too, you know, important for you to actually know what they're saying. But like, yeah,
I suppose it doesn't really matter.
yeah. So like they can like taunt you, but like in their own language and stuff.
Makes sense.
And then there's this one guy who's Irish.
Right.
And like just the shit talk that he does, like it's pretty funny. He's like, you got hamburgers in your gloves, Mac.
That was not an Irish accent.
I know, I can't do an Irish accent, but you know what I mean.
I do. I can't do an Irish accent either, so I'm not going to attempt it. To not be rude, I suppose.
Yeah. We'll just leave that to Jacksepticeye instead.
Yeah, it's more, well, he's Irish.
He is Irish.
Yes. I know what a battleship is, Nell.
It's the giant claw.
I'm gonna submerge that.
I'm no good at games like this. Like,
Strategy games?
yeah, like just sort of like moving pieces around like a whole sort of thing. Like, I much prefer like games where you're sort of a bit more just sort of free to like do stuff on the fly, I guess.
I like strategy games.
Yeah.
I prefer turn-based to real-time strategy, but there are certain real-time strategy games I can appreciate.
Yeah, because like even in terms of Pokemon, I'm not really good at Pokemon either. Like I still like it, but I'm just not very good at it.
Well, you managed to beat me in that battle, but to be fair, I was using gimmick teams.
Yeah, and also I just kind of get like lucky sometimes.
You do. You certainly do.
Well, that's the thing. I'm very much like a very much not a planner.
No.
As you already know.
Yes, I certainly do.
It sometimes works to my advantage, sometimes works to my disadvantage, but that's just how I work.
Yeah, no, that's entirely fair. Now, if I can get that, thank you. Can I? No, I can't block the bridge. Damn it.
These are some big, like units here.
How do you mean?
Like the people are like bigger than the tanks.
Yeah, I don't really think much of it.
Did those guys just turn into cannons, or were those always cannons?
Those?
Yeah.
No, they were there. They were down here before.
Okay.
I just need to blow them up.
Wait, did this version have the animations on?
It did. I turned them off.
Ah.
I think it's faster with them on, and you can't actually skip them like you can in the DS version.
Yeah.
So I have animations turned off.
Yeah. That makes sense. Maybe we can show them like later on for like, you know, just sort of to show them off a little bit, but for now we're gonna be fine as we are.
Yeah, no, it's going. We're doing alright so far.
Trapping that dude.
Well, there's also a factory underneath there, so I don't really want them to start mass producing units.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Comme ça,
You what?
like that. So if I park that on there, bring that down there to pick him up. There we go.
So if you're stood on top of it, it can't be used?
Yes, it blocks it.
Okay.
I know myself. Go away now. The one thing I hate is the being tutorialized. It really grinds my gears.
Well, it's not the whole game, at least, right?
No, it's not. It's not the whole game.
There are some games where, like, you play like the new game plus of it, and they're still telling you these tutorials, and it's like, surely if you're playing the new game plus, it should just skip out on those if you know how to play,
Yeah, it really should.
or at least have an option, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just think gamers don't know what they're on about.
Sorry, what?
They just think that gamers don't know what they're on about, but like, you know, we've been playing games for
Long
a
enough.
long time that like things are pretty much ingrained into our heads on how they work.
Yep, I think I know what I'm doing at this point. Thank you very much, tutorial.
Unless it is just for the fact that, like, you know, they want as many people as possible to know what's going on, but it's like...
It's not hard to work out.
Well, it's like, even if you're not into games and stuff, like, surely it feels much better working it out as you go along, you know? Rather than just being told everything. Here we go!
She's not going to be able to do much with this. I don't know why she's bothering. But AI is programmed to use it as soon as it's full, so...
I thought that was about to say prime taco. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just hungry. I don't know.
I'm getting a bit hungry, actually, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I'm only slightly, anyway.
I'm just going to attack this for power score. That's out of range of a battleship. That's fine. I win by capturing the base anyway.
Just stomping on it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's mine now.
Nice.
I'm going to see... Shrine. Yeah. Very good. I'm going to see if I can complete this as fast as possible, just so I can try and get Orange Star done in the first episode.
Oh, well, we're only 17 minutes in. Whoa, this is... We're doing pretty well.
Yes, now is a case of, do I bother going for the secret lab or not?
It's completely up to you.
Well, the secret lab would add one extra mission.
Okay.
But without it, we won't be able to buy Neo tanks, which will come in handy.
We may as well go for it. It's not
Yeah.
one mission.
No, it's a toughish mission. It's not as bad as T-9 when it comes to the one on Green Earth, but it's still a little bit tricky-dicky.
Well,
It's manageable though.
like you've completed the whole thing. I'm sure you'll be able to.
Yes, I have. This helicopter is doomed no matter where I put it because
That
actually
has quite the range on it. Or...
yeah, the interceptor has quite the range, or the fighter, whatever they call it in this game.
What's the point in that being there? Is that just to show how
Yeah.
futile it is?
Pretty much. This helicopter is doomed, so I am just going to attack one of the other helicopters, just to do some damage.
Yeah.
Because it is going to die no matter what. I need to keep that missile unit safe.
Is that the only interceptor they have?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But they have 2 bombers, and I need to keep this safe to deal with them. Because they're going to come for the anti-air units, but this can take them out.
Right.
And I need to keep this transport copter safe. So I can, once I get to the HQ. So I'm just going to... I know what it is. Park that there and that there. So we should be okay. He's gonna go for the one near the helicopter with the fighter. Yep, there we go.
That guy who was talking looked like one of those ones from Star Wars 1. You know, this is getting out of hand.
Now there are 2 of them.
Yeah, kind of look like that. Alien.
Oh, the map's on this level. Oh, it's fine. I was gonna get it anyway then. I thought it was in. I forgot the map was on this stage. I thought it was in the other one. The level I was going to do instead of this one, which was the laser cannons level. But we'll get to that.
Laser cannons. That sounds cool.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it. You'll see what I mean.
Whoa.
Yeah, it does have quite the range. I'm just gonna...
That's just the whole map right there.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm just gonna park that there so it's a little safer. There we go. Yeah, I know
But it can only go after one thing, right?
It can do, but I don't want it to go after the transport captor. Flak might be able to do a little bit of damage with this, but his power is kind of... just bumped the microphone, sorry. I bumped the cable, should be okay. Flax power is that his units do random plus 25 or minus 25% damage, in addition to their random generated damage, which they do by default with his regular commander power. Because as his CO ability is that his units do an extra up to 10% or do 10% less damage,
Right.
because he's an idiot, basically.
Okay.
However, his superpower basically bumps that up to they can do an extra 25 more or less on top of that 10% difference.
Yeah. Do you have to move in order to attack? Can you not do it while you're in place?
No, I can, like this unit I've selected here, I'm just going to stay there.
Okay, so you can do it in place, yeah.
Yes, but there are certain units like this rocket unit or the missiles here which can't move and attack in the same turn.
Right.
Because it's a long-range weapon.
Yeah.
If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask.
I'll just ask them when I...
As and when.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, I know this game like the back of my hand. Oh, that's new. I had to.
Gotta get that robots reference in there.
But yeah, no, I know this game lickety split. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's mildly crap technique score because I lost an extra unit I shouldn't have done, but yeah, I'm not playing
You
this
still got an S
optimally.
rank.
Well, S rank is 280 points or above.
Yeah.
I'm not playing this optimally, so I don't care. Is the long and short of
Yeah.
it. We're 22 minutes in-ish. Do I go for this or the laser cannons? I'll do the laser cannon level. Do the laser cannons. It's mildly easier than the lab mission, but we'll see what I can do.
We can do both, right?
Yes, I'm going to do both. I'm going to send that this way, actually.
Oh god, no, I'm getting some.
Sorry, it's
I
not
guess it's
the
just
laser cannons, it's the gun turret.
Ah, okay.
Laser cannons don't show up until yellow comets,
Ah,
which is meant to be Japan.
fair enough.
I got my levels mixed up, but you know what I've built? Fuck off, you cow. Sorry. It was a bit charged, wasn't it? Go away.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it takes place over days. Like,
Look
each
at
of
the
these
range on
levels.
this thing.
Oh, that's the cannon.
Yes, but it can only fire every other day at the moment.
I see.
It's not at full power, so it can't fire every day.
But
That
did
comes
you-
later.
Did you just put something in front of its range of fire?
The helicopter. It'll deal half damage, but the infantry unit inside will be fine.
Right. Could you not just put it around the side of it, though?
I could put it out of range. I don't think it's ready to fire just yet. It will target the most expensive units in terms of costs to deploy in its range. So if I have a tank and a recon unit next to it, it will shoot the tank because the tank costs more money.
Right.
It's just how it works out mechanically. So I'm going to take that out because he's going for that city. Get the tank going up there. Lovely jubbly. APC, where are you? There you are. Nope, shit.
What does APC stand for?
Armoured Personnel Carrier.
I see.
I'm taking that helicopter up to that factory unit next to the gun turret because then I can just build a rocket unit and shoot it.
Okay.
Because unfortunately you can't win by routing the enemy or destroying all units and capturing all bases on this map because there is no HQ to capture. You have to destroy the rocket unit to win.
Yeah. But couldn't you have gotten up there without being in the range of its fire?
I could have gone the long way round, but I wouldn't have gotten there as quickly.
Yeah, but like near that hill that was to the left, like that was out of the way, wasn't it?
No.
Like that space.
Well, yeah, but it was fine. It doesn't matter if it's been damaged. It hasn't been destroyed.
Yeah.
But also, this factory unit is in the range of fire, so I wouldn't have been able to capture it in time no matter what. And I want this one to build a rocket unit.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to save up my money for that now, because he
What
doesn't...
have you made out?
it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. He doesn't have the funds or well, he did have the funds to buy a tank then, but he's not going to.
Why not?
Because he wants to build infantry units to capture properties at the moment. That's what he's set to do. If the AI doesn't have as many infantry units as it thinks it should have as standards, like it thinks it should have 3 or 4 of them, it will keep building them to replace the ones that have already been destroyed. Because he's an idiot. But all enemy AIs will do that.
Right.
He might build a tank now? No, see what I mean? He won't do it. If I just keep blowing this one up, he'll just build another infantry unit. But I'm not going to let him do that, I'm just going to sit on it.
Yeah.
And he's going to try and capture that, which is fine. I can just destroy him like that. And I can send him to go pick up another infantry unit to capture the one in the middle. Because that's where that infantry unit's going to go next. He's going to want to bum rush down here.
So the only way to capture him is to have an infantry unit on it?
Yes, an infantry or a mechanized infantry. The bazooka carrying ones are the only things which can capture properties in this game. In Advance Wars 4, Days of Ruin Dark Conflict, they introduced motorbike infantry units, and those could also capture properties because they were counted as infantry, but only infantry can capture cities and properties.
Okay.
I will win in the next 2 turns. I'm just going to build a medium tank because I can. I have the money. We can build him.
Yes.
We have the money. This might be a slightly longer first episode, just because.
It's fine, first episodes can be long.
I suppose so.
It's an introduction.
Get you out the way. Build a rocket unit. There we go. So another 2 turns and I win, basically. There's not much left to do other than just move shit around.
Yeah.
Build as much units as possible for technical score.
Wait, so are you destroying the turret thing, or does that
Yes.
just die at the end?
No, I have to shoot it. If you look in the bottom right corner, it's got 99 health.
Ah.
I have to destroy that, basically. Like I said, there's no HQ to capture, and I can't win by routing the enemy by destroying all units like I can on other maps, because that is the target of this level, basically. There's not much else to do at this point, so I just shoot it.
It's not positioned in a very advantageous part, is it?
If it was like more here, it would be more dangerous. But
Or if it was at least facing that way. Like...
yeah, but Black Hole aren't exactly known for being intelligent. Hawk is probably the most intelligent enemy AI, aside from Sturm. But we haven't got to him yet, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. We're currently fighting the soldier from TF2.
Yes, we are. And he's about as smart as the soldier from TF2 as well.
Yeah.
Which, really...
The style of the actual, like, characters kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, TF2 in a way.
I can see it.
Like, not completely, but, like, they're still, like, stylized in that kind of way.
Yeah, they're cartoony. I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. It's like his... I guess his jaw is very much like that kind of thing.
I remember when we first did this, because it was 10-minute chunks, we'd probably be on episode 3 by now.
Yeah.
Because...
in fact, speaking of, like, Punch-Out again and stuff like that...
we only
like,
did
those
1 or 2
designs are
missions at a
kinda-
time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, what?
The designs in Punch-Out, like, on the Wii, like, are pretty sort of similar in sort of, like, that kind of cartoony-ish kind of style.
Ah. Because I unlocked the Mountain Secret Lab place, I have to actually beat this to unlock the final boss anyway. If I had beaten 2 of those levels and hadn't got to it, then we could have just gone straight there. But I have to do this now anyway.
Are we doing this in this episode, or...?
Yeah, because this will only take me about 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's not a difficult level. Compared to some of them, like, as I mentioned before, T-9, that is a tricky level when it comes to the lab levels.
Yeah.
For Green Earth.
So this is the game where they they don't see you when you're in the fog.
I can't remember if they can or not. They might be able to. I know they definitely can in the first game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Unfairness of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they can in this or not. I think they can, but don't quote me on it. I know they definitely can't in the third game because they run into you because they don't know you're there.
Yeah.
But I think they might know where you are in these. I know in this, and I know they do in the first game.
What is that other character that's talking?
Who? The lady?
The one that's got like a fishbowl on its head or whatever.
Oh, that is just a generic black hole infantry unit NPC.
Ah, okay. Because it looks really strange on the picture.
Yeah, well, they're meant to be aliens
Yeah,
who are trying to invade the world.
as you do as an alien, I guess.
Well, Stern wants to take over the planet because he's a nutcase.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, there's a battleship or a lander or something hidden there. Yeah, there is.
Yeah. It's just like there's always these sort of things where it's like, oh, someone comes from another planet and tries to take over the world, and it's like, I think like if someone came from like another planet to this world, they'd be like, yeah, I'll pass on that. Like, rather not.
This place is fucked.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing like overly special, I suppose. Is there? Like,
Resources, I guess, but now is that
yeah.
Yeah, that rocket unit's probably going to target the APC if it's smart, but it might not.
It's not close enough, is it?
It is.
Is it?
The because it's a long range thing, it will be able to target the APC. No, it went for the rocket unit. Okay, it is smart. I need to take it out like ASAP though, because I need to capture this to win. But I park that there, and park that there. Send these around this way.
I like how you referred to the guy as parking there. Just park his ass there.
Yeah.
Just on a bridge somewhere.
Oh, he can hit me from that range. Oh, that's not very polite, is it?
How many?
Of your crimes, you will die.
How many troops is one unit?
10, because
Okay.
they have 10 HP.
Yeah.
So, if you do 10% of damage, then they go down to 90% power. But it's not like Fire Emblem where the characters have HP. Instead, in this, it's more a case of the HP of a unit will also determine its damage output, so you want to keep stuff healthy. Like, if I have two tanks, tank versus tank, they usually do about 54% damage to each other. But they will counter-attack, so the enemy tank will survive on 4 HP, but I will survive on 6, because the remaining 4 were able to do that much in counter-attack damage. But if I was to then attack the same tank on 4 HP the next turn, I'd only do 37% damage, which would take it out, and I would go down to 5 HP from the 6, but that's how much the damage is calculated in this game.
I think the thing with Fire Emblem though is that it's like a Nuzlocke, you know?
Yeah. But did that explanation make sense to you?
I mean, vaguely. Like, I'm still not like, you know, sort of like fully on like the whole sort of like, you know, statistics of it.
Well,
like,
mechanically, that is how the game works.
With like a counter-attack system.
Yeah, mechanically, that's how the game works anyway.
Yeah.
There's a basic general gist. I know there's more to it than that because there is luck factor and stuff involved in it, which can be taken into you have to take into consideration. Nell, for example, her entire power structure and her superpowers are based on the random luck generator, which is built into the game.
Yeah.
Which
I don't have any game where like I know the percentage of like how likely something is supposed to happen, or like, you know, how much like a certain thing like does something or whatever.
Well, I've just played this game that much.
Yeah.
I've hundreds upon hundreds of hours in this.
Yeah.
And now we go on to the final boss fight, which can actually be quite tricky on this game. The final boss on this stage is
Matt Smith.
Yeah, Matt Smith there. I think we want to. Well, Sammy is good, but her units don't do as much damage if they're not infantry. Max's units will do a lot of damage, but his indirects don't have as much range, which is a shame because we want a rocket unit to preferably take out the pipe seam in the factory. And Andy is just kind of not.
The overall.
Yeah, he's kind of average. We'll try it with Max, I think, but I'm going to go with Sammy because we want to capture the airport ASAP. And she's got extra range on transport, so we'll go with Sammy, see if I can do it with her.
So it's like the tank, the glass cannon, and then just the overall.
Well, she's the infantry specialist.
Yeah.
She's not a glass cannon so much.
Enough.
But yeah, we want to capture that airport as soon as possible, because as soon as we can start trucking out battlecopters and bombers, the better. The problem is, because this is a factory, which is stealing the resources from the land, it doesn't actually cost anything for units to deploy from this factory.
I see.
So, and it can spawn anything it wants.
Right.
And we also want to capture down here as soon as possible as well, because he's going to gun for it.
Yeah.
And if he captures down here, then he can just swarm us across the map, cut us off.
Is that why it can be really hard, because they can just spawn anything?
Yes, it can be tricky.
Like, if you get like the wrong combination of what they spawn, then you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, I'm gonna gun for the side there, but I'm also gonna build another APC and thingy to go for here, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and get a recon or a tank or something as soon as possible. Sometimes he doesn't build anything. That's our target, by the way.
Okay.
We want to destroy that because it cuts off the supply line going into the factory. So I want to get this over here to capture that as soon as.
Because you want to stop the things from coming out of it before you do anything with it.
Yeah, because then we can mop up the rest. Get that there. To make units. There we go. Okay. I think we're doing all right. Shut up. Okay, yeah, he's ignoring this side of the map completely at the minute, which is good.
Yeah.
We want him to focus on this side because.
They're like little Doom guys. The ones in the helmets. A little Doom guy from Doom.
Yes, I got that. Right, let's bring that back there. Now I'm going for the airport. He might pay a little bit more attention, but I'm hoping for now.
Did they notice that? Or...
Yeah, they do. They do. But at the moment, he's concentrating on this side of the map. But yeah, he's sending that artillery unit over.
Yeah.
But because he wants to capture this down here to swarm me across the map, he's focusing on that bit down there, which is good because it means he can ignore me building helicopters and things over here. Because as soon as I start doing that, he's going to build anti-air units, and that's a problem.
Fair enough.
And now I can get a tank going. Lovely. Right, okay. We're doing well.
Good RNG.
Ah, no, see, he's built a missile
no.
unit already. He's built a missile unit already
I
because...
shouldn't have said anything.
Problem is, though, because the missile unit has tyres, it doesn't have treads, it takes it a while to get anywhere across the terrain here. Because that's another thing you have to take into consideration. Oh, wrong button.
Oh, no.
Is the types of terrain, because they have stats and stuff too for how the different units move and things.
Yeah.
So it's going to take this a while to get going and be in range to be a threat. So we want to watch that and take it out as soon as possible.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Or at least a tactic, anyway.
I'm going to send that across there to come through. I'm going to build a helicopter, actually.
So if you go to the trees, are you hidden, or...?
In Fog of War, I would be hidden,
Right.
yes. In this, they offer... you can see they have 2 stars down there. That's their defensive rating.
Okay.
Each star offers 10% additional defense.
Right. Why do you have more defense in the plains?
I've got 1 there,
Yeah.
but I've got 0 on an open road.
But it's like, surely an open plain would be about the same, right?
I guess you could hide behind a hill or a rise or whatever in the terrain.
I thought plains were supposed to be, like, really flat.
Well, it's the bog standard terrain, so it has one. It's not like just a plain
enough.
open road.
I like how they can just walk over huge rivers like they're nothing.
Well, they do slow you down wading through it. If I go, yeah, he's not going to be able to stop me if I go up there unless he builds a tank. So I should have. I was going to build a helicopter, wasn't I? Never mind if his tank will come through and mop it up. So we'll be okay. I'll build a helicopter next turn. I shouldn't have built that mech unit over there. But you see how many infantry units he's spawned because he's trying to swarm down there.
Yeah.
Look, there goes the anti-air unit. That's not what I wanted. And now the missile unit's in range.
But you don't have an air unit.
Not at the moment, but it also means I can't build any because that is watching the point now.
See, yeah, that does create problems.
It does create a minor problem, but if I part of that there, he's not going to be able to do much to it because the tank can come through. Because he can't hit that.
Yeah.
But I can at least move him in there for protection.
It's like a roller coaster of a one compared to the other one.
Yeah, this is quite a difficult state. I did say this one can be quite tricky.
Yeah, shit's about to get real, I guess.
What I can do though is if I am able to push through here, capture that, I can actually park units in front of these doors so we can't actually build anything, which does block them off. I'm going to build another mech unit down there. Maybe we should split this episode in two.
I don't know, it's up to you. Completely your call.
Aha! He's made a boo-boo. He's moved this out of range. That is watching here, but now there's nothing stopping me building a helicopter. Granted, the tank unit will take some damage, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make at this point. So,
aha, you've activated my trap card.
He did a little bit of a boo-boo there, but that's fine. I wanted him to do that, at least.
Yeah.
So, maybe we'll be able to beat this a little quickly. Or quicker, I should say.
So the GameCube controller is alright for controlling it.
The D-pad's fine on this, yeah. It's a little bit annoying with the cursor, but it's worse with the circle stick.
So, like, you seem to be doing stuff fairly, like, effortlessly.
I just don't like how much travel there is on the shoulder buttons.
Are they used for the stuff?
Well, that's how I toggled the terrain tile thingy. With the left button and the right button, and the left one is select next available unit. So if I can cycle through my units with the left button like this, but it's quite because there's a lot of travel on the button.
Yeah, well, because it's meant for analog control. Where I guess with this, it's just supposed to be like single press.
Yeah. I'm going to take out that anti-air unit because I can hit the missiles with my helicopter and he can't hit me because I'm within its travel range.
Yeah.
I bring him down there out the way and load him into that, and I can bring you over there to capture these. And you can take that one, take that one. I'll build another helicopter because Sammy's helicopters are actually decent, and I'll just build an infantry unit in there just because.
Why not?
Well, I also don't want him to march an infantry unit onto it and start capturing it.
Yeah.
Because there is one park next to it, which would be annoying. But yeah, we're mopping up now. We're doing all right. So, these mech units are actually decently powerful as well.
Yeah.
Bring you down there for safety. Actually, do that. And then build another one. Take out the missile unit there. That's one down. Bring you over here so I can transport him across. That'll do. That'll destroy the tank. I don't want you capturing my city. That can go there. And
so are you going to block those up first, or are you just going
no,
straight
I'm
to
just
the
going to
line?
gun for that with the helicopters. Or a bomber if I can get enough money. He's going to use his superpower now. Oh, and he's got an anti-air unit.
I'm I'm going to smash you.
He's a bit of a gorilla, isn't he? But there is the chance that his anti-air unit won't do as much damage, although it did in this case. Because it might just do like 45% less damage and not be able to take me out.
Well, superpowers would give you like a lot of.
Some of them are really good. Yeah. I need to build another tank. Because that anti-air unit's going to be a problem. I can keep it occupied, but I don't really want it to take out all my helicopters. Because, you know, I'd like having them around, but because they're good, but unfortunately anti-air units do kind of destroy them all in one hit, because it's just what they're for. If I save up enough monies, I should be able to buy a bomber relatively soon. Mind you, the mech unit, they're good at taking out anti-air, so if I bring him over, he might deter it a little bit. Or be able to mop it up fairly soon.
Yeah.
But he's probably going to build another one. Oh, he didn't, okay. Oh, he went for that instead, okay.
Is that good or bad?
At the moment, we're okay. We're okay. Because I can do that and bring it down to half. The tank will come in and probably scare off the mech unit if I don't take out the how much damage does that do to the... I'm going to take out the artillery because the tank will probably scare that off because it's in range.
Yeah.
And in fact, I can probably block off its escape somewhat. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to build anything there for now.
Can it not go through those buildings?
I can do, but it has to do more fuel to go around the APC now. Leave that there, leave him there. And you over there. And down there. Okay, we're doing fine. We'll win soon. I know we're 48 minutes in, but yeah, he went for the helicopter because he's predictable.
Also, I've realised on this one, like...
I can build a bomber now. There we go.
This is very much the strategy let's play.
I can block that door. The tank will come in and take out the anti-air units. And I'm going to win in a couple of turns.
Yeah.
Because I've got a bomber unit now. I can block off this door too, although the rocket unit will destroy it. But it's more of a distraction than anything else. Take you out. That there. Take that one. Take that one. I'm just going to build infantry units just for technical score. And go down there to heal. There we go. We're not doing too badly. Yeah. It's a lot of me just saying I'm going to do this and that, but hey, it's...
Yeah, because like, on like some other games and stuff like that, like, I just sort of take the piss out of like what certain things like look like, or you know, like sort of whatever like weird sort of stuff is happening. But like on this one, I guess it's more of a sort of, you know, you're trying to explain your method with this, you know, so that you can let everyone know the plan of attack.
Yeah, there's a little bit of... No, there is a method to my madness, I suppose. Not much, but...
Meanwhile, I'm just sort of along for...
Along
whatever.
for the ride.
Yeah.
I have my superpower, but I'm not going to use it. Don't need to. I'm going to win in the next turn. There's nothing you can do about it. Although, I could use it for the victory music.
What?
Just because the superpower theme is fucking awesome. Just for the sake of having it. I know you can't hear it.
Yeah.
But the superpower...
So would I put other superpower themes different for each?
The Black Hole commanders have their own version, but the quote-unquote hero characters have their own unique one. Yeah. It's not different for each army, unfortunately. That would be really cool.
Yeah. Because then we could just do that for like each.
I know. I know what you're
true.
thinking. I know what you're thinking, yeah. Unfortunately, no, that isn't an option. It's all the 4 hero nations use the same one. I really wish they were slightly remixed, but they didn't do that.
I wonder if they'll do that
in the remake. Yeah, I was thinking they might. I hope they do. That would be fucking great.
Although it's hard to tell because like some people might be like, oh well, it's not like the original.
Possibly, but music remixes are always a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it for the victory music for fighting level because we're going to put it in the outro.
We did.
Anyway.
We saved the city.
Quite literally. Yeah, I'm going to put the superhero... I'm going to put the superpower music in as the outro theme anyway, so I don't really want to bomb your ear holes with hearing it twice. But that is that. That is Orange Star done in about 50 minutes. That's not exactly a speed record, considering it's a turn-based strategy
And
game.
you also got an A rank, unfortunately.
I know, but I got S ranks and everything else. And now we have pick and choice of our missions of where we go next. So,
tell us in the comments below.
Yeah. Do we go for Yellow Comet or do we go for Blue Moon? Personally, I lean for Blue Moon, but because Yellow Comet is a bit more difficult, so it makes it a more gradual increase in terms of difficulty. But also, if you do Blue Moon first, they'll show up to join the Yellow Comet final fight. But if you do Yellow Comet first, they show up to join in the Blue Moon final fight.
Okay.
So pick and choose which one you want. We'll see how we go, but until then, remember to like the video if you did, subscribe for more. There will be a playlist of this, and we'll be uploading it between, other stuff. Check the description for playlists for the other games myself and Joe have done. And until then, thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate it. Remember to take care of yourself, and until next time, take care, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra for now.